Was that dug up before already?
Unknown child and her dog who stood watch over her grave. May they be reunited in Ilmater's grace.
Buried together.
Millie Runbarrel, killed by the cult of the Absolute. May our martyred father shelter her.
The Absolute stuff is just pretty common knowledge now.
Alvin Muffle Fieldwick gave his fortune to the poor, died in the arms of friends. He will be missed.
Someone left biscuits here for him. Must have been a noble guy.
B. Gardenson gave her life protecting fellow refugees. May the one who endures shelter her. Geshan Kirkaros built the open-hand temple, gave all in his name. We honor their life and legacy.
The open-hand temple. Is it connected? Can we get there from here?
Narlo Essie. Grief and illness laid ruin, yet her heart held only compassion. The broken god be with her.
Broken god. Someone left some alcohol here. It's a very nice view. Oh wow, that ship is actually moving and stuff. That's somehow surprising. But there is another one that's been shipwrecked here. Oh, it's such a nice day. You know, because normally the perspective is like this. We don't really get to look around like this that much. But why? Oh, this much. It might just be Lucretia's doing her corpse digging up.
Mikkel Hornkiss gave all to the lepers, fell to the malady himself. He is a beacon to us all.
Paragon of justice. This okay to take? This is just stuff here. Remedial potion. Yeah, this goes... I think this is the temple. We're not allowed in this way. Which is fine. I gotta go back to Lucretius anyway. We'll make it work. I kind of want to walk around with a little, not that much people, just so it's not so crowded and stuff, but you never know when you're gonna get into a fight. That's what I'm worried about.
Why are you here, huh? Stupid customers. Stupid hygiene code. Stupid job.
Stupid job that gives you money! Gives you pay! I just got one arm. Wherever it is. Clown severed hand with a ring on a finger. The ring was smelted with a grinning face on the band.
Hello again, my vicious little warrior. Any luck finding Dribbles?
I've actually found Dribbles, or parts of him at least.
Oh dear. Dribbles' flesh is near torn asunder. Poor thing was most certainly alive when he was hacked up.
Oh god.
Well, that just means this treasure hunt is all the more challenging. Toddle on, darling. There's more of Dribbles to find.
Oh, okay. How do I know I've found all of him? Maybe we just... we just don't. Okay. Well, moving on to Open Hand Temple then, I suppose. I still have no idea where the inn is. And... Rivington General... we got the missing letters. Everything left and right. Should we switch out our party a little bit? Oh, hold on. I was gonna go to that door here. Let everyone have a go, check out the place. This is openable, right? Like it's not illegal for me to open it. It is locked.
Right tool will do the trick.
Thank you. All right, let's go to camp. Oh. Hey, Yenna.
I brought my own paring knife, and now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good, I promise.
Sounds good. Thank you for doing that.
But please,
Don't look at me.
Why? I'm just looking. You won't let me pet you. You won't let me look at you. Gosh.
What's on your mind?
We had a bit of a day at the circus, didn't we? Who should we bring out? Oh, yes. Hey, guys. Isabel.
Keeping very well, I hope?
I'd like to know what happened between you and your father, Ketheric.
I mourn the man I knew. He was wonderful. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. This was different. It was like I could see my fate in her eyes. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange.
Oh, we did ask about
There's
this.
an imbalance between us, certainly.
I thought it was new,
But I
because...
suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... And...
Yeah, we've heard this before. I thought this was new, because it was still here.
He's gone now. But I suppose the man I knew died when I died. The man he became... That wasn't the father I knew. The one I loved so very much.
What will you do now that your father's gone?
Look after my angel, of course. She's been through more than I can bear to think about. 100 years in the Shadowfell. 100 years being murdered by Sharans over and over. It fills me with a rage I can hardly contain. She's a formidable woman, my Aelin. But no one could escape such horrors unscathed. She's in my hands now, and I intend to help her through whatever's to come. We'll both of us stand by you when the time comes to put down the horror that threatens this city. We are your allies, for life.
Sounds good. Thank you. Maybe Aelin's story is not over yet because Lorroakin is looking for Night Song. The Night Song? And I remember Lorroakin is a wizard that Rowan was going to Baldur's Gate to find to be his apprentice and all that, so I guess we'll see Rowan again sometime.
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most welcome.
No, that's it. Chill out then. Have a break, guys.
You wish to consult me?
Minthara, join me. But first of all, is this your first time in Baldur's Gate?
Yes. I only know it through history books and hearsay. A city of murder and grief. I expect it will live up to its legend.
I think it'll be a little bit before we go actually into Baldur's Gate. We haven't even made it to Worm's Crossing yet. And we'll just freely swap out people. I'm curious about Menzoberranzan, your hometown. Tell me about your home.
You have never visited?
I don't know where is Menzoberranzan? Is it in the Underdark? No, but I have always wanted to. She's asking me that because I'm a drow, right? Is Menzoberranzan is like a important place for drow?
From the still, dark waters of Lake Donegarten to the black academies of Tierbresh, it is a city of wonders and terror. But it is not my home anymore. If I were to return, I would be denied all of its wonders and shown only the terror.
Why can't you go back?
For my people, to reject Lolth is to reject life. I am an apostate and would be executed. Though I am proud, I prefer exile to death.
So, Menzoberranzan equals Loth drows? Actually, that makes me a little bit curious, because I'm a Seldarin drow. I don't believe in Loth. But I wasn't born this way, right? I kind of got the impression that the Seldarin drows came from originally believing in love and then realizing it was crappy, and then we moved away from it. So by that line of thinking, maybe we should have been to Menzoberranzan before. Maybe we were born there as well. What was your life like there?
I am a daughter of Menzoberranzan's most ancient and powerful house, the Bainray. I lived a life of privilege and danger.
Most powerful?
My home was at the tallest point of Cuel Arzol, the place of the nobles, a plateau high above the city's sprawl. I enjoyed every luxury, whether harvested in the Underdark or stolen from the surface, and I survived my first assassination attempt while I still suckled at my mother's breast.
Wow.
I tasted her blood that day. She covered my body with her own, and a blade bit deep into her chest, almost puncturing her heart. When I came of age, she tried to take my life herself.
What?
And I gave her fresh scars to match those she earned protecting me.
Why did she... Is she still alive?
I expect so. If the world were to end, I think my mother would survive to rule over the ruins.
Is this some law thing? People just kill their own children and stuff? Little wonder you find it hard to make friends if your own mother try to kill you.
She taught me to be resilient and to guard my heart from those who cannot be trusted, literally and figuratively. When I choose to let somebody close, I do not do so lightly. That gives a great depth of meaning to the bonds I do share.
Are you sure? Are you sure? What about Orin? I'd like you to join me.
Admirable ambition. But you must make room for me first.
There are too many people who want to be in my party and not enough slots. You... Take Karlach's place.
Indeed. Ready when you are.
Oh, but Karlach hasn't... We haven't had her for that long yet. I gotta switch out more diligently. I forgot how Minthara works already. She has, what? Lay on Hands Charge? Action, Aura of Courage. She has a bunch of radiant stuff, right? You and nearby allies can't be frightened. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Gale? Gale, we've had you for a bit already. How are you doing?
What's on your mind?
What's on your mind? Gale... Let me think about how many people are here right now. I want to take Halsin out as well. Halsin and Minthara? That's gonna be weird. Will we ever get any companion dialogue then? It feels like we might not.
Father preserve you.
I need you by my side.
Your ranks are full. You will need to make an opening for me if I'm to
Swap out
follow
with
you.
Jaheira.
I'm with you.
If someone needs to level up, it's been too long since we've had them out. Oh! You can be the thing that we just saw, Wild Shape, Dilophosaurus. Earth Myrmidon. Fire Myrmidon. Ooh. Cantrips. Poison spray, produce flame, resistance. Resistance for the helps during the conversation. And then, let's bring out Astarion.
Need something?
Yeah, be in my party.
I would, but you have... Excellent.
Alright, let's get going again. New feat available. For Astarion, I can just push his dex up to 20. Easy peasy. Actually, no. Oh, it's fine, it's fine. I remember I had those gloves that were gonna make his dex 20, but it's okay, because he's not using those gloves right now. Someone else, I think Halsin has them? Oh, it sets it to 18. Whatever, it's fine. But I did give him the gloves, Stalker gloves, seldom caught unawares, +1 to initiative. Sneak damage does force damage. Is this better than what he has right now? I think so. This one gave sleight of hand +1, but it's fine. He'll do more damage. Astarian's damage is pretty crazy when he gets those crits in. Okay. I think we're good for now. Will, it's in broad daylight. You an alcoholic? Oh?
I do not understand why the matrons, sorry, patriars of the city do not open their gates to the refugees.
You do not understand why. This is why, I guess. You're asking the technical aspect of why it's not happening, or is this like a moral question? I'm surprised to hear you suggesting aid for those in need.
I was not suggesting they be allowed to roam free.
Oh.
They should be put to work. The city needs laborers and fodder to protect it.
Fodder! If they're working here, I think, you know, fair enough. You help the city helps you back, but slaves? That's a little bit different. It's only fair that they should earn their keep.
Yes. And if they work hard enough for long enough, the city might allow them to earn their freedom one day.
Okay, she's talking about slaves. And I just agreed with her. Yes, yes.
You wish to consult me?
Astarian would probably disapprove of that. Is it just me or does he look a little bit weird here? You alright, buddy? You're glowing black. Some darkness in you. Oh! Oh, this is inside the temple. Okay. This isn't the front door. Is that alright?
Kitchen. Visitors kindly keep to common areas. Food will be served at mealtimes. Infirmary. Justice endures, even in suffering.
Something going on in the front.
Belfry. Bell ringers only past this point.
Bell ringers only. There is a missing letter here. There's a murder happening over there. We should probably look at that sooner rather than later. Oh, okay. I think we know what this is about. Let's look around first. Oh, what's happening with the doors?
Take me to my cherished Shira, and thy reward shall be plenty.
Oh, okay.
Nature's grace, must you be so insensitive?
What is that? Hollyphant. Bobbing like corks in the earnest, busy muddle puddle of their lives, Hollyphants are the sweet-natured little pachyderms who often serve as helpers to good-aligned deities.
Enough, Yanis. I don't teach you how to pray, so don't teach me how to investigate.
Sister Yanis? Hello?
Look, investigator. Brilgor might have been a criminal, but he was no murderer. You're missing something. You have to be.
Enough, Yanis. Listen to yourself. You are defending a man who ritually slaughtered your high priest. The evidence speaks for itself. Brilgor killed Father Lorgan, then, be it out of shame or profane duty, offed himself with the same blade. Case closed, Sister Yanis.
Shitey little elephant. I apologize, stranger. Language like that hardly befits a rector of Ilmater.
Sounded like you were having quite the disagreement.
You could certainly say that. 2 people just died on temple grounds. Our high priest, Father Lorgan, and one of the new refugees, Brilgor. Investigator Valeria thinks it's a murder and is content to blame Brilgor, the politically convenient target.
But you don't think so? Politically inconvenient, or convenient, because blame it on the refugees so that we have a reason to kick them out, I guess? What makes Brilgor politically convenient?
Brilgor was a refugee. No one sticks up for them at the best of times, and with Gortash in power... Well, I expect the Flaming Fists will ban refugee aid now one of them's blamed for murder.
Well, let's investigate then. Let me help you. I'll look around, see if there's anything to prove Brilgor's innocent.
Feel free to look around the temple. But fair warning, the investigator won't change her mind without significant new evidence.
Oh, that was a woman. Okay. Any idea what I should be looking for?
Valeria never found the murder weapon, so that could be a start. Anything disproving the refugee murder-suicide angle, really.
Where can I find the investigator?
Chares's Caress would be my best bet.
Oh.
That's her usual haunt after closing a case.
Oh, Chares's Caress is here? It's not in Baldur's Gate? Well, are we in? Rivington is a part of Baldur's Gate or before Baldur's Gate? I thought it was before. But I also thought Chares's Caress is in Baldur's Gate. Whatever, we'll find it eventually. Change the topic. Can you tell me where to find Shira Clarwin?
I can tell you where to find her, but she won't be very chatty, I'm afraid. Shira passed away last year. Peacefully, mind.
Oh.
We buried her in the crypt under the temple, if you wish to visit.
Did you hear that, Amulet?
I really hope you find something. For all our sakes.
Assistant to the extraplanar agent. Take a Valeria serial killer investigation. Nice. Hey, did you hear just now? Where's my little amulet icon? It's not here. I have to equip it first, of course.
Thou shalt return to me. Thou shalt have my blessing.
Hey, I'm afraid your granddaughter has passed away.
Oh, no. This cannot, must not, shall not be. You must open her tomb in the open-hand temple post-haste. She may bless us, even beyond the veil.
Okay. Stow it away.
You feel a chuckle coming on, but it soon fades.
We were bringing the amulet here to give it back to his granddaughter, but she's not even around anymore. That is a lot of reading. Hold on. Is this the front door? Can I just make sure to begin with?
We are his adherents. Who would know if not us? To claim to know the Lord's will is blasphemy. We interpret scripture and teachings, but we know nothing.
How wise of you to say.
We let more outsiders in, and more Baldurians die. Duke Stelmane, Father Lorcan, it's no coincidence.
Imagine fleeing to the city, only to be met with suspicion. The refugees face hardship at every turn.
We have faith here, Bill. Faith in people, no matter where they're from.
Who had more faith than Father Lorcan? How did that work out?
Refugees will always have a tough time. Like, you can argue all you want that it's ethically correct and morally correct to help them, but the reality is that it takes resources to do so, and people are just not in a world where priorities are always competing. We just don't have endless resources. Halson saying that made me think of the Druids Grove too. It's exactly what Kaga did. Don't have time to help the tieflings. I heard your priest died. My condolences.
Thank you, stranger. Father Lorgan's passing has saddened us all.
Passing? He was murdered by one of the fugitives he was harboring.
Bill, I beg you, be quiet. Even sinners receive ill-mated grace, and Father Lorgan knew that. We don't pick and choose who we aid.
It sounds like the citizens are pretty fed up with the state of the refugee problem already. Because I imagine if they just came here, they might be a bit more lenient, but they're like, oh yeah, no, we don't want to deal with this. To offer alms to all who need it. That is the sign of a noble soul.
Thank you, stranger. I take some solace knowing that he died in Ilmater's service.
Does Ilmater's service involve protecting heretic absolutists? Or perhaps I missed that sermon.
Enough, Bill. You seem a kind soul. Our temple is open to you. Walk well.
Getting a sense maybe bringing Astarion and Minthara to the temple is not a good idea.
Nothing but scraps for days.
Oh, the refugees. You guys waiting for something here? It's a whole family.
If you're looking for Ilmater's charity, you're out of luck. They've turned their backs on us, like everyone else.
Bet you won't get kicked out of the temple. They blame us for everything.
I'm an outsider too. I just don't need money, that's all.
Can I please have some food? Oh, sorry. I thought you were a priest.
The priests will open the temple up again. You'll see. They're good people. Holy people.
Optimistic? I don't know, man. If I keep doing nice things. Minthara and Astarion.
But that will fit in my pack.
We'll see. We have a murder investigation going on here. And then what about, where do we access the crypt from?
The crying one weeps today. Our father Lorgan is dead. Murdered.
What happened? Oh, what? I didn't do anything.
May Ilmater guide your footfalls, stranger.
Okay. Am I allowed to read? I can't open... No. It's... We can't read those, but we can read these ones. The Triad for Children. The Triad is something that Will has mentioned before. I have no idea what he's talking about, because when he says Triad, I'm thinking something completely different. I'm thinking Chinese gangsters. This light read for younger worshippers opens on the following adage. On the first day, Tyr saw the world's injustice, though his eyes were blind. On the second day, Torm was slain and returned to serve the truth. On the third day, Ilmater wept for all that came before, and all that was to come. Tyr, Torm, Ilmater, the Triad. Behold protection's future, the Steel Watch.
I'll give it a shot.
The age of the Steel Watch approaches. The immutable logic and impeccable judgment of complex machinery will pass law without fault and without hesitation. Why must we risk the lives of those brave enough to accept the mantle of city guard in the fray with common thugs? Moreover, why must we risk the liberty of citizens at the mercy of the vice and caprice of others who take this mantle for ill? Worry no longer, as the Steel Watch automatons take to the streets. Wait, so Steel Watch... Oh, that's why it's called Steel Watch. It's like robots and stuff. It's not people. And Gortash is at the helm of this? Oh, it's a different newspaper. Calls to ban refugee help in Rivington. Refugee allegedly slaughters benevolent father Lorgan. Investigator Valeria to investigate. Why are they... Who made them investigator? Armies of absolute massing around Moonrise Towers. Feywild Circus appears in middle of Rivington. The Fist recruits. Only you can protect Baldur's Gate. Shunning. Upper City closed off. Not a good look. Are we in Lower City right now? Rivington is Lower City. Sharessa's Caress deal. Luskan lap dance 2 for 1 with ostrich plumes. Is Sharessa's Caress... Oh! Oh, I never even clued in on the name. Oh, it's like some kind of a seedy establishment. On the matter of soups and starvation. I implore you, Rector Yanis, Father Lorgan, to restore your temple's most wonderful soup kitchen to our encampment. My precious baby loved the aptly named meat slop you last served. Even if other ungrateful souls here turn up their noses, I can only sacrifice my own meager rations in his name for so long. Yours faithfully, Fortuno Dibs. These poor people. Credo of the Rack-stricken Lord. I don't know. Don't want to take it. Lord on the rack, weep for us, for we are weak and you endure. Let your heavy tears fall, and let us wince on the salt as we sup. Shoulder our pain, we beg you, as we salve others gathered near. Cry agony, and we shall gift your words to souls that need them most. Saravok Anchev, a study in suffering. A transcription of a sermon given in Baldur's Gate some time ago. Ball can teach us about suffering. Please hold your gasps, patient flock. I assure you there is a point to this unorthodox subject matter. I'm sure you've heard the gathering rumors about the recently deposed Grand Duke-elect Saravok Anchev. They are true. He engineered the sickness within our nation's iron. He slaughtered Duke Eltrin, and yes, he nearly set Baldur's Gate and Amn into a full-throated war against each other. All this for one whose name you should know with fear but nary speak. Ball, a murder most complete. This is why our work is important, you noble tormented. Suffering must be balanced, alleviated. We must bear its lashings on our shoulders when we can. For if we do not, our Lord on the Rack's enemies will press upon it and allow its weight to tip and crush the world, as we know it, into bloody pulp. These are the stakes, my suffering lambs. This is the rod our backs must bear. Ball. Suffering, murder. Orin. Ilmatari Combat Manual. Many would ask how the Open Hand Temple should respond to acts of violence against our persons. Well, it is a most sticky conundrum. We must rely on the gifts granted to us by our suffering God, that of curative miracles. As long as you can salve yourself, your fellow congregants, or even the wayward minds of your vicious assailants, that must be your approach. For we are not to inflict suffering, only to alleviate it. What? But you're just gonna sit here and get beat then? While someone's punching you, and then you heal yourself? That's it? Besides, there's always nearby flaming fists to handle that sort of distasteful thing. Hopefully. No self-defense allowed? Colfax's Compendium of Consecrated Creatures. Ilmatari bookmark on this book. The Hollyphant, a most mild-mannered mastodon. 'Tis rare to find, dear reader, a creature of such benevolent countenance as a noble Hollyphant. The only wrinkle with the fine beast I've found is upon its leathery hide. On the topic of wrinkled skins, other angelic forms in Mount Celestia are gigantic, so mayhaps the skin will tighten when the Hollyphant engorges in celestial size? Ah, 'tis but an errant wondering. Whilst conversing with one of their own breed, Lulu, I learned that the Hollyphant averts its wants from mortal vice at all cost, and has an indefatigably buoyant and cheery view of the mortal planes. I cannot bring myself to quash these imaginings of our realm, and only hope we one day rise to this creature's conception of our kind. Well, someone was reading up on him because we had one right here.
Infirmary. Justice endures, even in suffering.
So this place, this temple... Ooh. This temple worships Ilmater, Order of Ilmatari Service. A mass book. The Broken God. A lot of hymns about self-flogging scattered throughout the tome. Oh, is this related to that one guy? A Leviatar. No, that was the god of pain or something.
Warns the temple of exactly this. Exactly this.
Okay, I'll read the other side when we come back later. I'm a little bit... I need to get water. Am I allowed to... It's red. Am I allowed to read that?
Kitchen. Visitors kindly keep to common areas. Food will be served at meal times.
Can I try to... Am I allowed here? They say, please try to keep there, but I don't have to. That is blood. That is blood.
Never wanted the easy path.
I've said all I have to say already. Now I just want to pack up my kitchen and leave.
I'm investigating Lorgan's murder. You should probably clean up the massive blood trail before you go.
I'm not touching it. Not with a mop 10 yards long. That's Father Lorgan's blood.
I'm investigating Lorgan's murder. What do you know?
I know it's not fair. This was the best job I ever had. Lorgan was kinder than most. And now they're blaming a refugee for his death. Typical.
So this guy is in favor of helping refugees, or at least not thinking immediately that he's the one who killed the father. And I would lean that way automatically to begin with too, just because, like the sister said earlier, it was politically convenient. So you don't think Brilgor killed him?
No. Brilgor was a nice bloke. He came a couple of times for soup. Potato chowder was his favorite. Didn't seem the murderous type. But what do I know?
Looks can be deceiving. Let's not make assumptions. Can you think of anyone who'd want to kill Lorgan?
Some folk didn't like how he looked after the refugees. But I don't think they'd kill him for it. At least, I hope they wouldn't. That's a scary thought.
Hey, wait, I'm not done with you.
Look, I need to finish up here. Lots of soup to clean up. Blood, too.
Okay, I didn't get to ask him about the attack. This goes outside. We can try to talk to the body. What is happening with the doors, man? What is this? This is like the dorms? There's a hatch here. We can probably go down. Let's talk to the body first. And where is the refugee body?
What ails you? Marsh fever? Feather lung? Be quick, I've not got all day.
I'm looking into Lorgan's death. Hold on. I'm undergoing delayed illithid metamorphosis.
You'd interrupt me for something like that? Just rub a bit of aloe on. Now, if you excuse me, I've got a dead high priest to see to.
Wait. Yeah. And indeed, I'm investigating his death and have some questions.
What do you want to know?
How did he die?
Slowly. Lorgan was a good man, if naive. He deserved better. One of the refugees killed him. Cruelly, too. They cut off his hand, sawed right through the bone. I found a paralytic poison on one of his wounds. Lorgan was alive while they took the hand. He just couldn't scream. It's sick. We give them everything, and all we get is nothing but a good man to bury.
But why would that guy be dead? If he just killed the father, why would he kill himself afterwards? What's the motive? Why? If someone helps you, normally you wouldn't kill a person who helps you.
Please, leave me be. I've got an awful lot to get done.
Damn, girl. Didn't even get to ask you like half the questions. Don't get mad. Can I... Don't get mad. I'm investigating. Father Lorgan, dead. Talk to me.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
He might not know who killed him if he didn't see it. Where were you attacked?
Tunnels from the cellar. Refuge.
How did you die?
A poisoned blade. Paralysis.
What were you doing when you died?
Hiding Brilgor. From fists.
Right, so why would he kill him? He was helping him. Why were the fists looking for him, though? Why were you hiding Brilgor?
Must protect innocence. Ilmater's will.
Yeah, we're running out of questions. I really don't think who killed you will yield an answer. Like, he just doesn't know. Where did you hide him?
Took him to the tunnel with the rest. Oh, fool.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Imagine if asking who killed you actually just solved it right here. That would be a little bit anticlimactic, so we'll figure it out. Got some information already. And the cutting off a hand seems to be trying to send some sort of a message too, in the temple called Open Hand Temple. The temple crypt. To hide imperiled refugees. We should examine the crypt to learn more. He and Brilgor were murdered in a hidden tunnel beneath. Yeah, so it's not Brilgor then, right? But we need some kind of evidence. Otherwise, that elephant's not gonna care. Hey, do you mind if I, did you mind that I took the key?
Please, leave.
Okay. So that's that. An end to suffering. Rites for the dead and dying adorn this manuscript. Let the light of perpetual toleration guide your servant's wretched form to peace. In bloodied mercy, hear my prayer. Our most ardent petitions bring the soul for your tear-scorched eyes, Lord. Blink and let it pass into reverie. The poison drained, the sickness quelled. As I deliver this body from that which ailed it, I render its soul unto your care. Fitting kind of book to be finding in the infirmary, I suppose. Snowy brown beard. It's a noble. Encyclopedia Apotheca. One particular page. Arcane paralysis, common sources, suckling on fizz tree blossom, deep monastic meditation, curious mean locks, miscellaneous poisons, incurious mean locks, curative solutions, healing abjurations, restorative elixirs, arcane paralysis. No one here has arcane paralysis, right? Hopefully. Okay, we could go down. Let me check downstairs first and then we'll get back to the hatch. This just goes outside? Oh, we can't. Oh, this is the door earlier. Right, no one's gonna see it anyway if I open this, I think. Yo, why are the doors messing up? That is a lot of reading. My god. Divine Rapture of Ilmater. The faded text and battered parchment of this Ixanan manuscript date back to 4th century DR. I don't really know the calendar system here that well. DR. Yeah, I just know that we have the weeks are like 10 days long. That's why they keep saying 10 day. And lo, he walked among us. But for a brief and brilliant moment, the crying god wept upon our earth with the tears of a most fortunate faithful. He took the cur of Gehenna, this most defiled creature of murder, and held it in his immutable embrace. In his most perfect, he walked with it into the sea of fallen stars. The cur clawed and screamed and ripped and tore, but he brooked no quarter. And when the sea ran red with the blood of the divine, the wailing and gnashing ceased. The creature was dead. No trace of his commanded faithful remained, save for a humble iron helm, which washed ashore with nary a scratch or sea rust about it. Oh. Register of Temple Dead Speakers. What is a dead speaker? A death will often cause or in turn be caused by an imbalance of suffering. On such occasions, a priest must commune with a spirit to see if they can address their imbalance. Please list your trained Temple Dead Speakers below. I'm a dead speaker! Oh god. They have 3 but 2 of them died already. Father Lorgan dead. Sister Clarin. Ah! The granddaughter is also dead. Lashbearer Katrine left temple. They don't have anybody anymore then. Apply for dead speaker training at earliest opportunity. Can't have none at next temple inspection. Oh, that's pretty bad. Prayers of Repent. A book full of furtive prayers for forgiveness to the crying god. It smells musty as if kept underground for a long time. The broken god, the crying god. Lord Ilmater, I beseech you look upon me and behold my sin. Let it stand before your infinite patience and bulk in its presence. For while I am weak, you stand mighty. Let me be absolved before your weeping majesty, that I may cleanly bear the burden of others in your name. My knees may stagger, my bones may break, my will may fracture, but my faith stands strong on your shoulders. Lord, if you will let it. Nobody's here? Hey. Yeah, the dead speakers wrote stuff. Memoirs, Volume 1, Sister Clarin. Shira Clarin. Moving from the light is how he always phrased it, which I thought was a bit much. A ray of morning light dims this day, he would insist. I just can't really see it the same way. I can comfort, I can listen, I can heal. Of course my talents are best suited in worship of Ilmater. I have no ill will toward the Morning Lord indeed. I think a shaft of his light will always shine in my heart. I worry too. There's something that glimmers in Pa's eyes when he talks about the light, and it's not something I like. I alight to Baldur's Gate next 10 day, to the Open Hand Temple. Maybe they'll know what ails him. Is your dad laughing? But it's your grandpa though, it's not your... Yeah, it's not your dad. The most holy sermons of Lashbearer Katrine. Commissioned on her ascension. Oh, she left the temple to go to a different place. House of the Broken God's revered mistress. Oh, piteous tormented. We live in wretched times. So eager is our populace to beg succor from the city's teat. And so readily is succor available that our broken god is seldom lamented to. The weeping of defeated masses should fall righteously onto the blood-burned ears of Ilmater, not into the hands of useless bureaucrats. A query often wet on the tongue of Ilmater's loyal wretches is thus, who does he bid us aid? How must we aid them? The answer is simple. We must give these sordid souls the tools to aid themselves, a working knowledge of the Ilmatari creeds. Unless these unfortunates know how to channel their suffering towards the crying god, how is he supposed to intercede for them? Think upon these words, my children. So she's getting a promotion then. A bit of a pyre thing going on here. Father Lorgan Meditations. Penned by Rector Yanis. Do not, brethren, mistake the wonders of gathered society for the decrees of those atop it. It is a duty of a faithful tormented. It is your duty to know when these decrees beget unjust suffering. It is not an easy duty. It is a duty that will scar your hands from carrying it, as it well should. We must at all times recall a central fact. To suffer is not holy. To suffer is a consequence of holy duty made practice. Ilmater does not enjoy his pain, my friends. He endures it because it is just. Our own pain is an acceptable price to pay, but it is not a good in itself. So not like Loviatar, not like Loth and Shar. Some may ask of you, if you are loved by your god, why does he allow you to suffer? Why does he allow anyone to suffer? The question is strong rhetoric, but it has an answer. One cannot be healed without first being hurt. One cannot truly know joy without knowing its absence. But to live a life full of absence, full of suffering, would be to know only one thing. We enact balance in the name of the Lord on the rack, for it is right, and it is just. Lord on the rack. Justice. Balance. These are values of Ilmater. Easy furnitures. The false bottom chest. Oh, they have a furniture guide here. Now this false bottom ain't an illusory glamour, but it's a surefire way of stopping your most precious belongings becoming someone else's. Prying kids, snooping house guests, or even overzealous city watchmen will all be stumped by this simple trick. Number 1, construct chest. Number 2, cut some wood to the dimensions of your chest's internal base. Make sure to match the grain and hue. Number 3, nail in some wine corks to the original base. 4, punch a wee hole in the new bottom. 5, drop the new bottom into the chest. 6, if you need to move the false bottom, use a long bent nail to lift it out, and peruse the goodies as you please. Oh, furniture tips. Anything on functional fridges? The Well-Tended Garden. A non-denominational guide to gardening for faithful folk. Whomever you pop your prayers towards, everyone needs healing, and you can't afford a blessing or miracle for every scraped knee. That's where the most holy art of planting shrubs comes in. What to grow? Healing. Rogue's Morsel? Balsam? Yes. Yellow Musk Creeper? What to grow? Poisons. Mugwort. Yeah, we come across these things. We need these things pretty often. Okay. Alright. Just a lot of readings here, but nothing immediately relevant to our murder investigations. That's probably a sign we should go check this out. I'm kind of curious about this capitalized one, though. The soup. The soup? Brother Donick. Dip in soup. Food recipes. Potato chowder. Don't let it burn. 2.5. Please do not let it burn. That'd be rubbish. He cares about his food. Okay. Nothing crazy. Everything soup. Is that the soup? Also called welcome soup. Nice, but it'll be stealing, so I can't. Oh, I got Lorcan's... Not Lorcan. Lorgan. Lorgan's key. We can probably use that on something, right? Okay. We might find the granddaughter down here too, if it's the crypt. Oh. Thank you. Blood everywhere. Sheet music. Plea of rest. Hastily scrawled in slightly damp plea of rest, requesting to be freed of Ilmater's service for the duration of a 10-day, as the writer mourns Father Lorgan. Rites for the passing. Yes, Scratch? Ilmatari death rites. There's a page on the turning. There will come many a time, O worshipful tormented, that you will have to comfort a faithless unfortunate as they pass from this life to the next. Or perhaps even more distastefully, you may be faced with the dying acolyte of a wretched god, keen to shirk the blasted afterlife awaiting them. The Lord on the Rack grants us a great many powers, but altering the moral velocity of a soul is one we cannot shift on the deathbed. If one has lived a life of sin, their soul is bound for a sinful place, no matter their final protestations. However, it would do much more harm than good to tell them this. Ilmater does not forbid the speaking of untruth, no matter how polite society deems the act. If it would spare the dying wretch some suffering as they pass, tell them that the weeping god awaits them with his balming embrace. Make them believe. Whatever torment their soul bears in the realms beyond, it remembers not their body, so spare them at least this final passing moment from hardship. It sounds like a pretty nice god. He can't do much to help, but no need to rub it in. There's definitely something behind this. On the wary. There's a quarterstaff here. And there's blood here. Father Lorgan's writings on despondency. Perhaps the hardest suffering to ail is that which dulls, but does not pang. Weariness sits deep within one's soul, but it casts its miring net across the surface, dampening all errant thoughts and feelings in its wake. Malaise of this sort can rot the heart, if left to fester, but must be extricated carefully. Above all else, the weary soul knows itself better than you can. Do not condescend, do not assume, do not impose. Simply avail yourself as a tool to the wary. Let them know. You can be used however they might need. Ilmater sounds pretty chill. His followers seem pretty chill. At least when we're not talking about refugees. Ode to the oppressed. Oh.
A crypt. This must be where Shira Clarwin is buried.
Is it okay for me to just open these? It seems a bit rude. How do I know? It's just a bunch of dead people. Zombies, actually. Oh, there's plaques.
Here lies Reloric Windbane, born 1399 DR, died 1486 DR.
Pretty old. What is DR?
Here lies Satida Atana, born 1411 DR, died 1485 DR. Here lies Flintster Sunseeker, born 1400 DR, died 1456 DR.
I don't think we should be opening everyone's, but we are. Hey, this guy has a name. It doesn't say corpse. Oh no, they don't say corpse. Because we learned about their name now from the plaque. Can I put it back on? I can't. Excuse me.
Here lies Sister Shira Clarwin, date of birth unknown, died 1491 DR.
Here it is. The tomb of the Amulet Spirit's granddaughter. Time for a family reunion.
So it's currently 1492 DR then? Since she died last year? Oh.
Darling Shira, faithful to the crying god, long didst I wait, only to find thine empty flesh. Gone thou might be, alas.
I mean, he doesn't mean to laugh, he just laughs because that's what he does. Oh! And yet thy shell will rise.
Honored Shira, her spirit hath fled, and her body but merely a husk. Swear I did to shed this foul mania and bestow it upon Shira. She was to endure, to suffer, as was her god Ilmata's wont. Who now shall bear the madness Shah has wrought on me, so I might no longer suffer?
Oh, Shard made this?
Shall it be thou?
We found this amulet in the Grimforge, which was kind of close to the Sharn Temple. Ponder what you know of the monk's affliction. What are the consequences of accepting it?
The monk himself holds your answer. Tasha's hideous laughter is a powerful skill, but earning it may come at the cost of wisdom.
Like, we'll be dumber? Permanently? And what happens if I say yes?
Thou shalt know the extent of Shah's mania, Tasha's hideous laughter at thine beck and call. But at what cost? Who might say?
I don't mind taking on your suffering if it would help you. But a curse. Well, we're already kind of like damaged from the Zaithis and all that. Might as well have one more. If it will bring you peace, I will bear the madness. And I'm a monk. I feel a kinship with you.
Your muscles tingle
Minthara.
and your mouth twitches as the laughing madness spreads through you. The madness tugs at your mind, prods in places best left untouched. You feel your wisdom begin to drain.
Can I... Oh! Maybe we can stop this. It may drain. It may not. Yeah, using the parasite, it's a... Guide the sensations elsewhere. I have pretty good wisdom. Call on your wits and shield your mind's most vulnerable reaches. Should be fine. Yes! I'm pretty wise.
You remain wise as ever, even as Shah's madness spreads outward. You giggle, struck by the absurdity of the moment.
Oh god.
A spirit hiding inside an amulet has brought you to the body of his granddaughter and possessed it. Outrageous. Ridiculous. Once again, you feel your wisdom draining away. Hilarious. What is it?
Muster your senses, clear your mind. You will take the madness, but it will not take of you. No. There we go.
The urge to laugh dwindles. You can't help but chuckle.
Everyone approved.
You withstood the monk's madness and earned Tasha's hideous laughter.
My friend, forgive me, for this mind was not mine own. May laughter be thy gift, never thy curse, the morning Lord calls. Canst thou feel the warmth of his blessing? This is not my final twilight. But you, Dawn. Farewell.
I hope you can stop laughing now.
The corpse is an empty husk once more. The monk, liberated from madness, is finally at peace.
He's gone. Well, he was always good for a laugh.
Oh, I guess we did a good thing here. It was a long journey. We didn't do too much here. We just picked up the amulet, but he can pass on. That's good. And I don't believe we lost any wisdom from that. We defended against the checks. Actually, my wisdom is not that high. It's only 14. Not that I can tell. Yeah, my constitution is weakened because of the Zathist business, but other than that, holy crap, this is a lot of stuff. Yeah, we're good. We're fine, I think. Cool. And now I have Tasha's hideous laughter. Leave a creature prone with laughter without the ability to get up. Which unfortunately is not that great for me because I already have stuff that makes people prone. And it's a concentration spell too. Everyone approved of me. They approved of me blocking against the wisdom attacks. Cool.